Welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Postman. My name is Lance, and today the Apple iMac opening after you do a fresh install. Oh wait, no, hold on. That was actually the intro to the Apple press release video from this past week. And my thoughts goes better with the Macaron Chacaron music. But that's just me. Every year, Apple likes to release what they call new products to the market. And every year, I like to think of that one Onion video where they're releasing the MacBook Wheel. And people who love Apple think it's shiny and made by Apple. And they're going to buy it because they're Apple fanboys. But I've stopped posting that video a couple years back because, well, Steve Jobs has passed away. And they do make a few little innovations here and there. Are this year's releases of the Watch, AirPod, and the iPhone any different? The design, the external design and feel of all three products has not really changed over the last several years. The AirPod does look a little bit different. Otherwise, pretty much the same unit. Everything now does actually have a boost in processing power. The iPhone specifically with the new Apple A16 Bionic, which gets a 0.2 gigahertz boost over the previous generation. But for the iPhone 14, not the Pro model, you are getting the Apple A15 Bionic that you'd get with the Apple iPhone 13. The AirPods do get an upgraded case for the AirPod Pro model that can be wirelessly charged, something Samsung and other designers have been doing for years. But now the AirPods can find their case. Let's say you put your case down somewhere and you need to find it, you don't remember where you put it. Well, now your phone or your watch can help you identify where your case is. The Apple Watch comes in the standard SE version, Apple Watch 8, their main series line version, but now also comes in an Ultra version, which is for the extremists out there, people who love to go out and explore and adventure and dive. You can use a compass on your watch to figure out where you're going, and it'll let you know how deep in the ocean you are diving. So it's a bit more rugged than your standard Apple Series 8 or even the SE watch. The iPhone 14 doesn't really see an improvement over that notch, but with the 14 Pro, they tried to solve the little pinhole dot. This is now known as the dynamic island. It is actually an improvement over just having that black circle there on your screen. It will change size and form for notifications and different important details that are going to pop up through text messages, through music that's being played. However, when you're watching video, it's still there and it takes away from the viewing experience. My Galaxy Note 9 Ultra does have that hole right there, but it's pretty small. It's definitely not as big as the iPhone one. You do have an option to drop the bar, and I'm sure that Apple does have the option too. It takes away from the viewing experience overall. I'm not even happy about that hole, but I've tend to tune it out, so I'm guessing Apple users probably do the same thing. In terms of camera, which you and I are probably really interested in seeing how the camera works, there's not too much of an update there. Actually, no, there is an update on the iPhone 14 Pro. They've done pixel grouping, which allows multiple pixels to work together to produce a better image, especially in low light environments. But this is technology that's already been on multiple different products on the market, including the Galaxy S21 and S22 models. Security-wise, there is a boost in security. Apple has released a menstrual cycle tracker, which actually is on a lot of different products, including Galaxy products from Samsung. They do have a way to predict your ovulation, but this isn't the big thing. The big thing is that now, if you're concerned about your privacy, about the government coming and trying to look on your phone to figure out when your menstrual cycle is, and if you've missed it or there's something happening and you're scared about the government coming in and invading your privacy that way, well, now only you are the person that can unlock that information. it's saved safely in your phone. Now, hackers will probably try and figure out a way to disable this. I'm sure some of them are working on it, but for the most part, your data is pretty secure. And that's something that I actually do like about Apple products, is the way that they try to make everything secure. On computer side, the actual computer side, hackers do find an easier way to hack into their computers than the phones do, but it can be done. So we'll see if this is as secure as Apple claims. These products will give you seamless integration in all aspects, but there's been a little bit of a technology update in terms of the AirPods and a few sensors on the iPhone and the watch. With the AirPods, it can now map out your ear and figure out how to give you a better immersive listening experience based off the shape of your ear. And since everybody's ears are a little bit different size-wise and depth-wise, this could be a game changer in terms of how you're experiencing your music and your movies. The final piece of technology I think is a real game changer is actually two pieces of technology, and they're both related to safety. The first piece is satellite technology. Now, satellite technology has been available for many years. It's the availability or the ability for you to connect your device to a satellite and call out for help or what you need to do. Generally, this is not available on cell phones or built into it. Apple has built it into their iPhone 14 model, where your phone will actually help you point to a satellite dish and then get connected. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're on a hike, you get lost, you get injured or hurt, as long as you can get connected to a satellite, you can call for help and you can send very important information like if you need water, what the type of terrain is, and stuff like that. It's actually pretty unique and ingenious and innovative in a way that Apple has needed to be in a long time, but not as innovative as this next part. You're in your car, you're driving, you get into an accident or somebody slams into you. What do? Reach for your phone. Your phone is either out the window, somewhere in the car where you can't reach, or maybe it's trapped in your pocket and you can't get to it. Apple spent many hours researching car crashes, and not just researching them, but recording them, audio recording them, figuring out how sensors can track them and everything. And on both the watch and on the phone, they have these built-in sensors, and it will use the microphones to figure out not only what kind of car crash you've been in, but to also alert emergency personnel of your situation. So if you can't grab your phone and you can't cancel on time, they will send people over to help you out. This is what phones need. Why hasn't anybody else done this? I think that would be, if you're looking for a new phone, that feature alone would be worth an upgrade, especially if you're an accident-prone person. Now, watching their video, there is one downside I can see with the new Apple products, and it's the thing that they've kind of done on their MacBooks over the last few years, and it's integration. Integration of the SIM card in something called eSIM. The new iPhones are getting rid of the SIM card slot. If you're here in the United States or your home country and you're using your phone, you're not planning on traveling, you have no problems. But if your phone gets damaged, easy thing to do, remove that SIM, put in a new phone, and you're good to go. If you have everything backed up on the cloud already, you don't have a problem with this. You just go online, update your SIM information, and you're set to go. But now let's say that you want to travel to a different country. If you're on T-Mobile, like I am, as long as your carrier is supported in a country, you don't need a new SIM card. You can just seamlessly get into the country and work. However, if you need a new SIM because your carrier is not supported, you buy a new SIM, you stick it into the slot, you're good to go. But with the eSIM, you have to do more work to get your phone to function in the new country or in the new area that doesn't support your carrier and XYZ. As long as they support the mobile band, you can use it, but you have to do a lot more work on that. And I can see another thing is, let's say that your phone does get crushed, you don't have anything backed up, you're lost, versus if everything's saved on SIM. As innovative as it can be, it's a step backwards. You still need that compatibility and that ease of access to transfer everything from one phone onto another without having to go through a ton of hassle. And this isn't to say, like on my wife's phone a few months back, we were traveling, her SIM card actually failed. She was not able to receive texts, and then when we switched her SIM card on her iPhone 12, everything started working. This is a downside of not having a SIM, is if your phone component actually starts failing, do you just replace the phone? I'd much rather be able to just replace my SIM first and eliminate that as a problem. Be like, okay, the phone's actually failing, versus the little chip on the motherboard, or as Apple calls it, the logic board, and then not have my phone function or miss all my stuff. What's your thoughts and opinions on Apple's new products? Are they hit? Are they miss? I didn't go over everything in the video. It's over an hour long. I'll leave a link in the description below. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Is this a win, a lose? What's your opinions on Apple and everything that they're releasing? Thank you again so much for stopping by. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Again, thanks for watching. If you saw this, you are ultimate. Catch you next time.